For a long time, we tried to identify what makes a creative more creative, but we tried to just stay open and pay attention, and I think inspiration comes naturally. The way I see food and the dining experience. It's really just a question, being willing to question and keep asking questions. So not settling. I think the word restaurant, people take it for granted. And the word is actually rooted in the Latin root word for like restoration, renewal. It's also very closely linked in Latin to words like nourishment. It was supposed to be a broth, something that you drank as a fortifier, an elixir, a liquid bone broth. When we opened our little restaurant here, we really wanted people to know that that's what a restaurant should be about. The main point behind what we're doing is to remind people of their own humanity. The food, the beverage service, everything is really curated to put people in that space where they, for a second, stop being so preoccupied about anything and everything and just remember they're people just like everybody else. And that food has the power to do that, I believe. We wanted the kitchen at first to be transparent conceptually, right? The idea was to take away one layer of separation between the diner and the people preparing food. A very objective change as well that the space has done to us. We can't use a massive grill and there's no chance we can have a fryer. So it has lightened up the style of our cooking. While we do saute and use a plancha, we also steam a lot, make lighter sauces. We never really thought about how deep the impact would have been. But now we notice as well that it really grounds people. The chefs, they don't really have a space to explode, and so they need to deal with their anger in a different fashion. Essentially, you start to measure your movements, and in that you bring some mindfulness in your actions. Right? Because of it, you cook better. Because of it, you taste better. I think we continue to change and evolve every day. Obviously, I noticed the improvement and I found my footing, but I'm not stuck to it. I'm open for tomorrow coming into work, and if something dawns, to change it a little bit. I think that's how we keep growing. To be able to create all this in a very earnest and honest fashion, I think people leave more satisfied. It's also finishing with the master-servant and creating a very level-eyed conversation where I happen to be cooking for you, but we're just two people. You're a guest and I'm a host. And I think for guests too, they appreciate that. You need to remember to breathe. It really just puts you right then and there. And when you're there, you stop thinking. And for me, that's also when you're more susceptible to picking it up. We got stuck in this idea that creativity is about inventing something. And we see it more as a discovery of something.